Beep, beep in Tulsa, Oklahoma. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm going to have you seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better. And I'm going to show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut transition lenses with Crizal Avance for your Oakley 5125, which is the gauge 5.1 and the 54 eye size in color 04, the polished black. Let me take everything out of the original packaging as Oakley sends to me your Oakley hard shell case, your Oakley cleaning cloth that doubles as a carrying bag if you don't want to carry around the hard case with you, and of course inside of that is the gauge 5.1 titanium. It comes with little plastic sleeves on the temples to keep the temples from rubbing together during shipping, and I'm going to put them on there when I ship to you. Again, this is the Oakley 5125, color 04 in the 54 eye size, and of course the color is polished black. And on this temple it tells you it is the gauge 5.1. Excuse me. I'm all choked up over this frame. Of course it is titanium. Cool, even though it says polished black, it has the red Oakley emblem and red temple tips. So let me begin. I need to trace. Let's see, I'm going to program the shape into the computer, so I'm going to do that. But first, I need to trace just the right lens. Excuse me, something's got me all choked up. So I need to put a couple dots on the right lens. I've got a black background, so putting black ink on over a black poster is kind of hard. So I'm holding it up so I can see that against the off-white wall. And okay, got two dots on the graph. What that does is that allows me to post those two dots on a horizontal plane. I'm going to use this tool to line everything up. Speaking of which, does anyone out there know what kind of bagel flies? A plain bagel. Oh, that's right. Free bad jokes with every pair of glasses sold. So I'll get everything lined up, press that on there firmly, and I'm going to trace just the right lens. It's going to ask me for the bridge size, which is 17. I'm going to enter that, and the little stylus is going to go up and trace the outside of the right lens here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy genuine, authentic Oakley frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. And I should back up and say, I am an authorized Oakley dealer. However, as a small independent optician, I was told I'm not legally allowed to post individual pictures of the frames with prices on my website. I was told that only 10 companies, count them, 10, are allowed to sell Oakleys online. How many people sell online? 1 million. But I play by the rules. I was told not to do it, so I ain't gonna. So if anyone out there wants Oakley frames with free prescription lenses, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Tell me the model number, the size, and the color, and I will make it happen. I'll reply back with price and availability. So the pupillary distance for the right eye is 35.5. The computer starts at 32.5. I'm going to tap this plus button. It goes up in 0.5 millimeter increments till we get to 35.5. I want to raise the optical center up because these are the Essilor Ideal Advanced Digital Freeform Progressive lenses. They're already dotted up. I'm going to use the layout chart first. I need to attach this to the lens. This is known as a block, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. I need two double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got two right here. Put the sticker on the first one, lay that on the platform, do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Now on the back is a silver button. That is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. Get everything laid out the way it's supposed to be. That blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is actually above that in the orange crosshairs. That dot's going to go directly in front of your pupil. These other two dots tells me that the lens is oriented, and they're just perfectly, I tell you. Do you hear me, kids? Are you listening That's just perfect right there. Kids, pay attention. All right, so let's grab the left lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Pupillary distance for the left eye, 34.5. So we're going to tap the minus button twice till we end up at 34.5. Get everything lined up where it is supposed to be or not to be. That is the question. Is it better to suffer the slings and the arrows? And okay, let's focus on the task in hand. No Shakespeare tonight. No Billy Shakes. So this is the edger. This is what's going to do all the work while I run my mouth. It costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home. You won't need this guy with the two thumbs and the bad jokes to cut them for you. I'm going to wake up the computer. This is job 1729. You are secret agent 1729. So the reason why I barcode every job in there is years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can mail them right to your home the same way I'm mailing you frames and lenses to your home. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. I am going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, and I'm going to put a slightly heavier bevel on the back concave surface of the lens. Hit the green, oh nope, before I hit the green arrow, I got to put the lens in there. No matter how much you spend on lab equipment, you still have to put the lens inside for it to work. And the actual cutting wheel is this diamond coated wheel that's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your lens material. And actually, let's do this. When I say let's, how about me? You can see the actual components. Let me clean it up. Since we got company coming over and you guys are watching, let me clean. This is all optical sawdust that comes off when it does the safety bevel on the edge of the lens. And only because you guys are watching, I'm going to throw this away. Why does that last piece not want to come off? Come on, you. Come on, you. You know you do. You know you do. All right. They never make you proud when people are watching. Come on. Come on. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Let me throw that away and not sweep it under the rug. But this blade, usually you see the safety bevel. This is what applies the safety bevel to the lens. This is a blade that is going to put a bevel, the reverse engineered bevel, onto the lens so that it will stay inside the string here. So that's cleaned up. Let me go ahead and send that back. Put the lens in there. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to hold it in place in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it chuck. Now I can hit the green button, which is start. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by two white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the right lens. And the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once is measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel. And we're going to hit start. The cutting wheel starts up. The lens will in just a moment drop down onto the cutting wheel. In the back you will see water running. That is there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Now your lenses are made out of polycarbonate, which are 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. These are virtually unbreakable. These are high impact ballistics grade lenses, the same lens materials that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. In their Oakley frames, this is the one that most soldiers like to wear, sometimes with the little blacked out US flag. But these are not safe. This is a safety frame. This is not a safety frame. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. No. So, but I digress. But speaking of protection, it's also the same lens material that OSHA requires all factory workers to wear to protect their eyes. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. There in Tulsa, Oklahoma, your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin to UV. So this is permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. Now this is a dress frame, but if anyone out there wants Oakley safety glasses, this is the SI deck cord. It stands for standard issue. It comes in one size. I hope you like this size. It comes in several colors. Like I said, you can get the all black, you can get all white. There's the blacked out US flag that I showed a video of yesterday for someone, and then the all out US flag. So, also comes in a desert tan. I'll show you a video of that in a couple weeks. I've got one on order with the blue flash mirrors. It does not come in white, or else I would rock that. So the lens is completely flat. Now it's getting the blade to cut. And for those of you who are detail oriented, that blade is cutting 0.6 of a millimeter deep, 0.6 of a millimeter wide. Just enough to swallow up this 20-pound monofilament. Now, most people know there's a string here. What you don't realize, there's a matching string in the top of the frame. That's why it stays in there, because the groove is cut into the top as well. I'm looking for a white frame. I am actually going to get my prescription sunglass polarized gray lenses put in here. I'm going to put a red mirrored lens on one side, a blue mirrored lens in the other side of a white frame, and I will have a pair of red, white, and blue sunglass lenses. I've never seen that before. There may be a reason why. I'm just crazy enough to try it. I'm hoping to have it ready for July 4th. So the lens is going to drop down to the far side of the bevel wheel. It's going to smooth everything out on the bottom, or actually around the circumference of the lens. Take away any rough edges left over from the blade cycle. Now it's still going to get the safety bevel on the front and the back of the lens all the way around, so that all the edges are smooth. So water has begun spraying on the lens. It tells me it's in the last 20 seconds, of the cutting cycle. And it's just washing away any optical debris. Say, that reminds me, I need a bath. But, you heard it here first. I'm going to the beach for Father's Day weekend. My wife has fair skin and blue eyes and cannot be in the sun. On top of that, she's on some medication that literally, doctor's orders, she's not allowed to be in the sun. So, or in the wind. How's that? You can't be out in the wind or in the sun. But, so she asked what I wanted to do for Father's Day weekend, and the only way I could get away with it was to say, I want to go to the beach. So, it cost me a little bit more. I got a room oceanside, the hotel that has a balcony, so she can sit on the balcony and watch me play in the water and on the beach. That's as close as she can get to me. I'll have to get tan for the two of us. So next Monday when I come back and do another video, watch how tan my arms are. The rest of the year, if I ask to go to the beach, she'll say, no, forget about it. So this is the only time. I know on Father's Day, or I guess on my birthday, but that's in November. Maybe I can say I want to go to Cancun. And, but yeah, that's a little bit more difficult. Fortunately, where I live in North Carolina, the mountains are 2.5 hours away, and I can go ahead and start cutting the left. The beach is 3 hours away. But the beach may as well be 1,000,000 miles away until my wife is off that medicine. Love you, honey. I'll do what it takes. Marriage is about compromise, and when guys get married, we do the compromising. That's what I was told. Let me give you an example. My wife wanted a new couch, but I didn't, so we compromised and got a new couch. That's how compromises works when you're a guy in the marriage. So, I can go ahead and take this block off. The other thing I want to do, well, dry this off, throw that in there, add that to my sticker collection. I've got a toothbrush here. I want to use this to clean all the optical sawdust that could be around the edge of the lens. Don't worry, this toothbrush has not been in my mouth. I will not tell you where it has been, but just not in my mouth. Okay, one of the dots has come off. Oh, I went through puberty there, a little Peter Brady moment. So I need to use my layout chart. Put the dot back onto the lens. I'm going to need to measure that later. Now, if you guys missed any of that, let me recap. That's right, you're getting bad jokes. So you hear you got to have the right tool for the job, that old saying. In order to mount this lens into this frame, the tool I need is a 25-cent piece of plastic. That rarely happens. But we're going to line everything up, tuck the lens in. It's going into the groove in the top of the frame, line it up there. It's a little plastic ribbon folded in half. The reason why it's folded in half is I grabbed that string. Now I grab both sides of the strap. I start at the outside corner, and when I move my way towards the lens, the nasal area, when you hear the snap, it is in there. Now I have to place a finger on the string so it doesn't come back off. I could use this finger, or this finger, but I use this finger to hold it down and slide that out. Now I can come down here and start inspecting the right lens. Turn the axis wheel of my Marco 101 lensometer to 123, and I'll explain why in a moment. I'm putting it in, and I'm going to read the power just above that black dot. What am I getting? I'm getting lost. I'm getting impatient. This guy just emailed me. I have to respond back. Let's see the power. I am getting plus 150 in the black, halfway between 1 and 2, which is 150. You are farsighted. You need another 6 steps of correction because everything's in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75. You're on the 6th rung of a ladder for farsighted correction. Your lens is magnified. There's a plus sign, just like a magnifying lens. You need 6 steps of magnification to see far away. Once everything is the correct size, you have 5 steps of astigmatism. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So that's the fine-tune knob. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 123. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob past the 90 to about 123. So let's check put that up there. Let's check the second curve on your eye. And we are getting plus a quarter, 1 tick mark away from 0. Because if you had $1.50 and then someone borrowed $1.25 from you, you have 25 cents left over, 1 quarter in the black. Now the left eye is your better eye. You only need 2 steps of farsighted correction and only 2 steps of astigmatism correction. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 68. And you have, your bifocal strength is 2. And for those of you who want this frame, the Oakley 5125 gauge 5.1 sells for $230 because it is a titanium frame. The Essilor Ideal Advanced Digital Freeform Progressive Lens that I'm supposed to write down there, but I forgot, sells for $149.99. The Transitions Gray adds $79.99. Now the Extra Active is $99.99, but this is only $80. And Crizal Avance adds another $100, well, $99.99 for a total of $559.97. Now anyone out there under 40 who only gets single vision lenses, which you can get for free, that's great, and most people can balk at that price, but that's what it costs. Actually, that's a lot less than what most people pay for an Oakley with a top-of-the-line Essilor digital freeform lens with Transitions Gray and Crizal Avance. Trust me, you're getting the deal. That's why he came to me. He price shopped and can't believe that I can do everything the same price for much less price than his doctor's office. So we're just about done with the safety bevel. In just a moment, I will open this door with my mind. I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just got to stare at it for a couple hours, but then I can do it. For some reason, I can always melt ice with my mind quicker in the summertime than I can the wintertime. Nobody knows why. It's just one of those great mysteries of life. So I'm going to dry that off, add that to my sticker collection, run my thumbnail around to get the rest of the optical sawdust off. That was on one side, now I'm doing the other side, the back, the concave surface. I'm going to use this toothbrush. Lord knows where it's been. Actually, it's just been in this cup. You can see it in every video if you guys pay attention. It's that green toothbrush in the cup. Let's go ahead and put it back. Take out this demo lens. Pop that in. Where's my strap? There it is. Run my thumbnail around. Slide that out. Come down here to the lensometer, put it in over that black dot, turn the fine tune knob to 68. Read the power, and I am getting plus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. You have another 50.50 for astigmatism correction. All right, yeah. And we're going to end up with 0 as the final power, because again, if you have plus 50 then minus 50, you end up at 68. So pupillary distance for the right eye is 35.5, for the left 34.5, which is a total of 70. When I turn the card around, place the PD stick against my thumb, we're going to get 70 when we hold it up to the left lens. Let's check the height of the invisible bifocal, which is 19. When we look at the bottom of the lens, we're getting 19 millimeters. That's cut perfectly. That is cut perfectly. So this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that this purchase is tax-free and includes free shipping anywhere in the US. Now the reason why I started to point out that it's tax-free, I never did before. Most people on the internet did not have to charge tax. However, laws have changed and they do. But I am based out of North Carolina. North Carolina considers glasses a medical device and they do not tax medical devices. So if you were to get these glasses as cheap as anyone else online and pay $559.97 times, let's say 8%, you would have to pay another $44.79, which you will not have to do with me. You also don't have to pay for shipping. I do free shipping anywhere in the US, and Tulsa, Oklahoma is still in the US. Now when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments. And I'm part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a moment. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the lenses being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Of course, I'm wearing my Oakley. What are these? Now I got to grab the magnifying glass. This is the Oakley 8132 color 02, which is the universe blue in the 54 eye size, the blue orange, because I'm all about me some blue orange. But my other glasses, when I take them off and set them on the counter, they will wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. These are known as pilot temples. If you had the old World War II pilots could slide their glasses, sunglasses on and off without having to take their helmets off. Now if you ride a motorcycle, it's the same thing you can do. And they're almost self-correcting. All my other glasses, I have to adjust them so they sit level on me. But these are almost self-leveling glasses. I don't know why that is with the Oakleys. I've just been amazed by that. But somehow they just do that. Flip that over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly. And they do, that neither temple is askew. So this is what your lenses look like before they've been activated. By the way, I send out cleaning instructions, not only for your frame and lenses, but for your cleaning cloth, the premium microfiber cloth that I provide, your Oakley carrying bag, as well as your Crizal cleaning cloth, so those will last you for years. But I'm going to go ahead and activate them. This is what your lenses look like the first time. I'm going to turn them dark so you can see that. And as you can see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for transition lenses to darken. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now this is important. Beep beep, and everyone else listening, pay attention. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years at maximum performance. The only time that these transition signature 7 lenses won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now they're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I would like to remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, they're miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. Now again, this is just the first time they've been activated. They will get darker. Come on, Beep Beep. We talked about that. Don't you remember? By the way, I just love Beep Beep. What an awesome name for that. Are you the Road Runner? Is that why you have that nickname? I need to email you and ask and find out why. But as I continue to talk, you will see them about a minute from now, minute 15, they will turn back to virtually clear, although I did expose them to a very strong burst of ultraviolet light. But if you've liked what you've seen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com, on Twitter as freerxlenses. If you need to contact me, you can email me directly at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or click the Contact Me button on the website. Again, I am an authorized Oakley dealer. I'm just not allowed to put the frames with pictures and prices on my website. So just email me and tell me what model number, what size and color you want. I'll check on the availability and price and hit you right back. Or you can leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But beep beep in Tulsa, Oklahoma, thank you so much for the purchase of the Oakley 5125 gauge 5.1. 54 eye size in color 04, the polished black with your Essilor Ideal Advanced digital freeform progressive lenses with Transition Signature 7 gray lenses and Crizal Avance. And everyone else has now gotten a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.